The textual conversation between Hagseed and The Tempest heavily showcases Margaret Atwood's incorporation of William Shakespeare's concept of how life is a performance, and fosters an intertextual dialogue on the reflexive literary echoes and structural parallels about the re-imaging and reframing of text for a contemporary audience. The textual agility of the seminal text, with its broad range of artifice, has allowed Atwood to recontextualize character, reimagining a learning-endured magician into an eccentric stage director who direct the action and orchestrate the main events of a story to achieve their purposes. Shakespeare's play meta-theatrically subverts traditional views of revenge, with Atwood's novel transforming the seminal text theme of revenge and freedom through forgiveness. The textual conversation between Hagseed and The Tempest strongly emphasizes the enduring value of re-imaging and reframing text. The reflexive nature of Hagseed in reimagining the seminal text in a modern form elucidates the enduring significance of life's performance by emphasizing the illusory nature of theatre. Within Jacobean context, the belief in the supernatural was a prominent component of life and features heavily in The Tempest as a disruption to natural order. This concept is showcased in Act 1, where Prospero uses his magical powers to create a storm in setting up his act of revenge, evident through the use of repetition in the line, we split, which meta-theatrically reinforces panic, blurring the distinction between what is real and imagined. Real emotions felt by the characters is not real for the audience. The performative mode of The Tempest is replete with explicit allusions to the world of theatre, subverting traditional views associated with revenge. Within the epilogue, the use of parallelism in the line, spirits to enforce, art to enchant, muddles the distinction between what is drama created by the characters and what is Prospero's actual true intentions of revenge. Prospero's magic art is a dramatic device used aiding in the audience's immersion of the play. As such, The Tempest enforces spirits to become a meta-commentary of theatre's ability to manipulate the emotions of the audience. Like Prospero, the audience are the directors and writers of their own lives. The reflexivity of Hagseed is evident through the book's awareness of its own conversation with The Tempest, evident through the protagonist Felix, who shares parallels with Prospero's own personal revenge and is conscious that he is referencing Shakespeare. The metaphor, revenge is so close, it tastes like steak, rare, uses colloquial language to understand the shift in form between Hagseed and The Tempest, recontextualizing Shakespeare's literature for a modern audience. Gustatory imagery, taste, conveys Felix's craving vengeance as if it is steak, creating enduring questions in the reader's mind about how Felix will go to achieve his revenge. The amplification of the seminal text theme of revenge showcases the thwarting effects of emotions, grief, and loss, highlighting the cathartic nature of Felix's journey. In The Tempest and Atwood's recontextualization, the enduring concept of orchestrating action to achieve purpose intersects with their protagonist's journey, ultimately revealing that true freedom can only be attained through the forgiveness of self. Prospero exhibits the Renaissance belief in self-determination and the pursuit of self-knowledge. While this pursuit of power is experienced through the performative elements of The Tempest, Prospero exhibits the complexity of one's emotions through his pursuit of learning, imprisoned by drowning his consciousness in books. The meta-theatrical nature of the play allows Prospero to transition his forgiveness into his own freedom. This is encapsulated within Act 5 through the epilogue, where a witnessing motif is created when Prospero pleads to the audience to relieve by prayer, with the audience applauding with their good hands, the only way to end the play and release Prospero from his emotional and physical imprisonment. The audience is therefore enlisted as a character within the play as key participants in Prospero's transition to freedom. Atwood's transformation of The Tempest similarly explores this notion, with the blurring of fiction and reality again engaging both the fictional audience and the reader as active participants in the narrative. The use of an extended metaphor associates Felix's own emotional entrapment with a real tangible prison. The use of parataxis in my island domain, my place of exile, my penance, my theatre, exacerbates truncated sentences to portray Felix's honesty in the admittance of his own contribution to his imprisonment. Further through the use of anaphora of my, emphasizing the personal confinement of Felix. The reflexive elements of The Tempest are evident, with Felix mentioning my island, the cause of Prospero's own physical imprisonment. Moreover, Felix, imprisoned by his own emotions, must let go of the grief he has for his daughter, releasing from her glass coffin. Miranda symbolizes Felix's own constraint. The glass coffin signifies a visible yet fragile prison. Releasing Miranda from it implies breaking barriers and granting freedom, forgiving Felix from his old life, allowing him to move to his new life. Textual elements of both The Tempest and Hagseed draw attention to how issues and values present within the Jacobean era are still present today through the emphasis on the text dissonance in form. Ultimately, the textual conversation between The Tempest and Hagseed heavily underscores the recontextualization and shift in form when re-imaging and reframing text. Hagseed's reflexive approach in reshaping the seminal text 5-act construction underscores the theme of life's performance. Composed with the purpose of presenting Shakespeare's play for contemporary audiences, the theatre fiction novel reframes Jacobean ideas yet demonstrates how these issues and values are still present in today's society. In essence, the play and novel not only emphasize the evolution of narrative form, but also delve into the power of re-imaging and reframing text.